Have you ever realized that things are much easier to deal with and understand when you're happy? Happiness can alter one's perspective in a good way and handle situations much better than if you were upset. Achieving happiness is not easy, but it isn't hard either. To find happiness, look at what you have to help you out every day. Your family, friends, workmates, and so on. People can be a great source of happiness. No one can say that they hate everyone in their life because it's almost impossible for that to happen. Girlfriends and boyfriends are a great deal of stress, I know, believe me. But those relationships and bonds with the people you love can create more happiness than you know. People in relationships happen to be much more happy than everyone else. They're generally happy than other people, a new Cornell University study finds, and spouses have the highest sense of well-being, whether they're happily married or not. Studies of measures of well-being, of happiness, found that people who cohabit are next to the scale of happiness, followed by those who in steady relationships, and then those in casual relationships. Unpartnered people, such as moi, report the lowest levels of well-being. The bottom line, says the researchers, is that having a romantic relationship makes both men and women happier, and the stronger the relationship's commitment, the greater the happiness and sense of well-being of the partners. People lead to happiness, and happiness can lead you and help you in daily situations. Happiness can give you confidence, understanding, and control of certain situations. Your life can be much simpler and stress-free if you embrace happiness. Happiness will give you confidence. When you're happy, it seems as though nothing can bring you down. You can handle anything that life throws at you, and you can talk to anyone without being self-conscious about yourself. Imagine talking to, I don't know, a girl or a guy that you like. If you're happy, it's just easy to talk and get along with them. But if you're upset, you might come across as a buzzkill, and you won't enjoy the conversation as much, letting your chance to get with that person slip away. A person's confidence directly shows their well-being. A recent study at the University of Arizona states that the most confident people are usually the happiest. They believe in themselves more than people who are unhappy, thus giving them more confidence. Understanding of others in difficult situations can stem from your happiness. Understanding begins with communication. Communicating is the means of transmitting or the exchange of information, and these types of exchanges usually occur in many different forms or means. Humans communicate both verbally and non-verbally. And if you're happy, more than likely, you'll understand a person's point of view rather than say that they are wrong. Misunderstanding during the exchange of information will create conflicts. These conflicts always seem wrong and one-sided. If you're unhappy, doesn't it seem like you're the only one who's right, and everyone else's theory is just wrong? This misunderstanding can easily be avoided if you're happy. A study by a newspaper in New York says that happier people are easier to deal with. Now, while that may seem like a big duh, it's just for people whose happiness is on a certain level. Other people whose happiness leads to, takes over their empathy for others, come off as annoying. When it comes to communication, though, happiness leads to less quarrels. Happiness lets you grasp the other person's point of view. And happiness can also lead to control of situations. Have you ever noticed that when you're sad, everything and anything is out of your control? If you're happy, doesn't it seem like the world is your oyster, so to speak? Looking at a complex situation while enjoying yourself can cause you to take control of it. Your mind sees almost all possibilities of a situation and can easily decide what to do. If you're angry or upset, there only ever seems to be one way to go about doing something: the hard way. Take, for example, doing the dishes. Now, I personally have issues with this because I live with 6 other guys and we, eat a lot, as you can see. So dishes like to pile up. I realize that when I have a bad day, the only way to do the dishes is to argue for an hour, see whose dishes they are and complain why I have to do them. When I'm happy, I just blast some music and knock them out in 5 minutes. It all depends on your perspective, really. When you're happy, even life's hardest questions can be easy to deal with and controlled. Have you ever gone into a test feeling upset or tired? During the test you may doubt your skills on the subject. and as a result fail. When you're happy, you take control of the test, and your mind opens to try and reveal all that you've learned. If you're happier during a test, you will most likely get a better grade. This is just a few ways that happiness can lead to control over life's problems. Overall, I try and understand that happiness can lead to control, understanding, and happiness. Your view of everything changes completely. You can now deal with life's harder problems. This has been my speech. I hope you enjoyed.